Okay, so Tim's opinion time. So this is my view on Sram versus Shimano. So rumour has it Dura-ace are going to skip 12 speed and go straight to 13 speed. That's the rumour. They need to do something. They're getting left behind. You decide.
Remember, if you take your glasses off, you have to stop, then look up and then start talking, so we don't get all these glasses going on and off business. Who's actually recording?
Oh.
That's in our blue.
So this video is going to be a little bit of history on Shimano Dura-ace versus Sram Red E-Tap, or just Sram Red where it began. I'm going to run through a brief history on both, and I'm going to give you my beliefs on what's going on with the two group sets. So let's start with Shimano. So Shimano released Shimano Dura-ace in 1973. It was their first attempt of a upper end road racing group set. It was a 5-speed group set. Funny enough, same year that Campagnolo released their first super record group set. So at that point, Campy were one of the only manufacturers of road group sets. In 1977, Dura-ace second generation was released, which was the Shimano Dura-ace 7100, and it jumped up to 6-speed. So in a matter of 4 years, seems to be the jump that Shimano do when they release new group sets. In 1988, was the first year that Shimano won a Grand Tour, so they won the Giro d'Italia. So they started in 73 and actually took them to 1988 to get a Grand Tour under Andy Hampston was his name. So that was the first time Shimano up until that point had won a Grand Tour. Everything else was done on Campagnolo. In 1990, Shimano released their first STI group set. So STI stands for Shimano Total Integration. That was the Shimano Dura-ace 7400. By this stage, it had jumped up to 8-speed. In 1998, Shimano released their 25th year anniversary group set. It took Shimano to 1999 to win their first Tour de France. Now, it was won by Lance Armstrong, and that's a whole video of its own. So officially, it was the first time they won. But as we all know what happened to Lance, it wasn't really a win at all. In fact, for the next 7 years, it was won under Armstrong using Shimano Dura-ace. But of course, he was stripped of all those wins. It actually officially took to 2007 before Shimano officially won the Tour de France under Alberto Contador. Contador also got done for drugs, although not at that time, and had to serve a 2-year ban. But officially, that was the first year that Shimano Dura-ace had won a Tour de France. Jumping up to 2009, and that's the year Shimano released Dura-ace as a Di2. And that was their model number 7900. Di2 stands for Digital Integrated Intelligence. In 2016 is the latest edition of Dura-ace. So Dura-ace now being 2019 is 3 years old. And it's the model number R9100 or 9150, depending whether you run mechanical or Di2. And it was also the first year they introduced hydraulic brakes into their road group sets. So Sram was founded in 1987, and they only had one product, and it was grip shift. So grip shift originally was actually designed for road, didn't last very long, and obviously went over to mountain biking. Sram first got into the road market in 2006, where they released 2 group sets at the same time, Sram Force and Sram Rival. It was 10-speed at that stage. They had a new shifting process, which they called double tap. So compared to Shimano, where you've got a double lever, they just had a single shifter paddle. So that was their point of difference. In 2008, Sram released their premium road group set, Sram Red. In 2014, they introduced Force 1-by, so they were using single chainring on mountain bike group sets and they brought it over to the road. So SRAM Force 1-by in 2014. In 2015, they released 11-speed wireless, so that was the first completely wireless group set, which was 11-speed. The difference being, compared to Shimano, we had an internal battery, was they had batteries on each Dura-ace, so that enabled it to be completely wireless. In 2019, so this year, is when SRAM released Red Axis. Now everyone knows about that. It's first into 12-speed. They also released SRAM Force at the same time. SRAM's first major tour win didn't actually come till 2017 under Levi Leipheimer, and he won the Tour of California. So they've only recently actually had a major tour win. Now, I don't want to be biased, but I'm sure I will come across as being so. So SRAM is 35 years younger in manufacturing road group sets. So Shimano have been doing it a long time. Now, I believe SRAM have completely overtaken Shimano. They're very innovative. Shimano seem to be very reserved. They just sit back a little bit. And it's obvious right now where SRAM have released two 12-speed wireless group sets and Shimano still do a wired electronic group set 11-speed. Now, rumour has it, they're releasing a new group set, hence maybe 13-speed. Who knows what it's going to be. But will it be wireless? Who knows? Will it be 12 or 13 speed? Who knows? But they must be losing market share. Their Tier 2 group sets, SRAM Force versus Shimano Ultegra, same deal. All the 2019 model bikes are coming out with SRAM Force versus Shimano Ultegra from what I'm saying. So it's got to be hurting them. The simple reality is wireless versus wired in electronic. Now, a wired Shimano group set has a battery, normally in the seat post. You've got to run cables from the shifters through to the battery and the battery through to the derailleur. As a mechanic also, it's a pain in the ass. Don't like it, never have, and I don't know a mechanic who does. With SRAM, completely wireless. Bolt on the derailleurs, put the shifters on, put the batteries in, tune it, you're ready to go. So Shimano, you're losing it. You really are, and it serves you right, to be honest. So my son says I have to say subscribe for 10 years of good luck. So give it a crack, you've got nothing to lose. I'm wearing pink today. I'm trying to liven things up a little bit. And if you hadn't noticed, I'm growing a mullet. So thumbs up if you like the mullet, thumbs down if you don't. As always, give me your opinion. Feel free to write whatever you like.